Welcome back.
Yeah, man, how you doing? You know you like that.
Welcome back to another episode of Math Talk with Mr. Faison, and I'm Mr. Faison, or Mr. Faison, as long as you know. Today, we working on one-step equations, all right? And the first problem we see on the board, we have x plus 6 equals 33. Now, some of y'all might be able to do this in your head, but I want to show you how you would solve this in case you couldn't do it in your head, right? Also, I need you to know how to solve this if you couldn't do it inside your head, because we're going to get to problems where we have to do multiple step equations, right? So when you see something like this, our goal is to get the x by itself, right? You could look at it like your x, right? Your x, you want to leave your x alone. You want the x to be by itself, right? So with that being said, I want to get my 6 over here with the 33. Also, you can look at it too, like the 6 and the 33 are like terms. So the 6 wants to get away from its x, and it wants to get over here with the 33, which is a like term. So how do I get it over there? What I need y'all to do is, we have to look at the equal sign like a brick wall. So I look at the equal sign like a brick wall. I can't just move that 6 over there. I have to move it over there mathematically. What does that look like? It looks like this. I have to do the inverse, meaning the opposite. Right here it's saying plus 6, we have to do the opposite, minus 6 and minus 6. So that's going to cancel that out on that side. Now, I would have x is equal to 27. And that would be my answer. And I could go back and put that inside the problem. If I did 27 plus 6, I would get 33. Now, let's move over to problem number 2. What I'm looking at is, I have y minus 17 equals 30. Once again, the 17 doesn't want to be with the y. They don't want to be together. The 17 wants to be with the like term. They want to leave the y by itself. We want to solve for the y, so we want the y to be alone, right? Once again, the equal sign represents a brick wall. We can't just move the 17 over. We have to move it over mathematically. What does that look like? It looks like this. We have to do the opposite of what we see here. So it's saying minus 17, we want to do plus 17 on both sides. So what that looks like is now this cancels out, because negative 17 plus 17 is 0. And then I'm going to do y equals 47. And that would be my answer, right? Y equals 47. So I can also go back and put it in there, do 47 minus 17, and it'll give me 30. Okay, cool. Now let's look over at problem number 3. Now I'm looking at problem number 3 says negative 13 equals y minus 12. All right, still, this negative 12 wants to get away from the y. We want to get the y by itself. We need the y to be by itself. So for us to move the negative 12 over here with the negative 13, we have to do it mathematically, because we have to get past this brick wall. So we have to do the opposite. It's saying minus 12, we now have to do plus 12 on both sides. So what happens? Negative 12 plus 12 is 0, so it cancels out. That's what we want. So negative 13 plus 12 is going to give me a negative 1. And they're saying that's equal to y. Now, if I went back and I put this in negative 1, wherever I see a y at, and I did negative 1 minus 12, it would give me negative 13. So that's my answer. So that's us doing addition and subtraction. Let's see what it looks like when we do multiplication and division. Cool, there we go. So if I look at problem number 4, what I have is 16 equals 4x. What we're still trying to do is solve for x. That's the goal, to solve for x. We want to get x by itself. So I see the 4 and the x are right there, they next to each other, right? The way I tell my students is this. Look at it like this. The 4 and the x are that close together, they're married, right? Because they're saying 4 multiplied by x, right? So look at it in terms of relationship. Let's say they're married, right? But we want to split the 4 and the x up. So how do we split somebody up that's married? They get a divorce. So we take that and take it into math terms. So we divide. So I'm going to divide by 4 on both sides. That's all I do. This right here, that cancels out. The 4 and the 4 cancel out. 16 divided by 4 is 4. And that's going to be equal to x. That's my answer. Now, I go to problem number 5. I have 4c equals 28. The 4 and the c, you look at it like they're married. How do we separate somebody that's married? We divorce them. Or, in math terms, we divide. So, I'm going to divide 4 and divide 4. Once again, this right here cancels out. And now I have c is equal to 7. That's all we have to do. I look at problem number 6. 5y equals 45, right? I see them two that close. That means it's multiplying. It's 5 times y. We have to do the opposite. So they're multiplying right now. We have to do the opposite to separate them. So we divide. Just like we was adding and subtracting. If it was an addition, we had to subtract it to get it to the other side of the equal sign. Right now they're talking about multiplying. So for me to get to the other side of the equal sign, I have to divide. So that cancels out, that cancels out. Y is equal to 9. Hey, that's one-step equations. That's it, that's all. That's another episode of Math Talk with Mr. Faison. And check this, man. If you like what I got on, you feel me? Then hey, the link is gonna be in the bio for you to go check out some more merch and also this hoodie as well. Go check it out. Math Talk with Mr. Faison. I'll catch y'all next time.
God's plan, God's plan.